Was he around when you were little?
Not really, unless there was a woman around. If it made him look good or feel good, suddenly he was a father.
Okay.
So my entire life it's been that way. And then after I got out of college, we sort of started developing more of a relationship. I started seeing him more. He's been with one woman consistently. So I started having a relationship with both of them and was invited to their wedding.
Okay.
But for financial reasons, the wedding was canceled.
I canceled the event because I couldn't afford the venue.
Did Ms. Fernandez, did you, according to you, you expended money to be able to attend the event? Tell me about the custom dress and all that.
Yes, ma'am. So I did order a dress that was specific to his wife's needs.
What do you mean by that?
She wanted a certain material. She wanted a certain color.
Yeah, but why? Why does she need you to dress a certain way? Were you going to be a bridesmaid or was
wedding party?
You were in the wedding party
for the pictures.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So
what was it she had requested?
This champagne-colored dress. The kind of material that you have to go get it tailored. I couldn't find it off the rack. It was approved by her.
What was the material?
It was silk.
Say it again.
It was silk.
Silk. Okay.
So champagne-colored silk. In a design that she approved, and I went and got it tailored to me.
Okay.
And so that altogether cost...
Does it look killer on you?
It looks fantastic.
Okay.
But I didn't have
altogether, what did that cost?
anywhere to wear it. It was $350.
All right.
So I had a $350 dress. I also had taken time off from work. I was out of paid time off, which means I had to take time that I was not going to be paid for to work. I was willing to do that because I'm developing this relationship with my father.
Right.
I'm working with him on it.
Right.
So I was just going to be out the money, and all of a sudden the event gets canceled. I'm just told, hey, we're pushing it. I'll let you know what happens.
Okay. Did you say anything to him when he called you to tell you that?
When he told me that, I tried to be understanding. I was reasonably upset. I told him, hey, let me know as soon as you can.
Were you able to get your days back at work or no?
They didn't give anything back.
What do you do for a living?
The schedule was filled.
Yeah.
I'm a counselor, and so these things are set up in advance.
Yeah. All right, so go on.
So I was not able to get my time back at work.
Got it.
The event had been canceled. The event that I have
he said it's pushed forward, yes. Is what? Okay.
Yeah, pushed around. We don't know what's going to happen yet.
Okay.
We talked. He said it's not happening. Don't come for the rehearsal.
And how much advance notice did you have?
It was the week before.
Okay.
So.
All right. So what'd you do with your free weekend? Did you do anything fun?
I kind of moped.
You kind of moped? Are you kidding me? It's costing you to have this weekend. This is where you just, you turn Netflix. If nothing else, you freeze the house, put on cozy blankets, and watch Netflix. I mean, that's what we do in Miami. I guess you guys don't have to do that, but we have fireplaces in Miami, and we literally make it freezing in the house so we can turn the fireplace, because otherwise there is truly just for the cozy ambiance. All right, go ahead. So when do you next hear from him?
The next time I spoke to him was when I called him.
Oh, okay. Now that happened because your mother helpfully intervened. What'd your mother do?
My mother called me because he had posted, his friends had posted pictures on social media of his wedding.
We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Do we sometimes interpret another person's selfish choices as a statement about our own worth? Someone else's priorities often say more about their character than about our value. And when we personalize someone else's behavior, we can end up carrying emotional weight that actually belongs to them. So do people naturally make decisions based on themselves first? Yes, human beings naturally view the world from their own perspective first. We tend to evaluate decisions based on how they affect us before considering how they affect everyone else. The difference isn't whether we think about ourselves. We all do. The difference is whether we stop there or intentionally consider the impact on other people. Psychologists sometimes describe this as an egocentric perspective. So it's not necessarily narcissism, it's the natural tendency to experience life through our own needs, goals, and emotions first. And if you enjoy these court case breakdowns, make sure to like, follow, and share with someone else who would enjoy it too. Let's get back.
Did the wedding take place?
When I got the money back from the venue, my future wife was upset, so I told her, okay, we'll do this. With this money, we can go to Vegas for the weekend. So we went to Vegas. Another couple went with us. Those were the ones that were putting up the pictures. So we're in Vegas, and we're driving around, and we saw one of those wedding chapels, the drive-through ones. And
every little girl's dream.
I know. She was amazed, and I had never seen one either. So she said, hey, maybe we can do that. I said, you want to do that? All right, well, we can do that. Maybe we'll get some fries and a shake with that. But obviously, our friends started posting pictures, and I wanted to tell my daughter myself.
Well, why didn't you tell her that night?
Well, I was trying to enjoy
No, I know, but I mean, all right, your friends posted pictures when?
I didn't know. I didn't know when they posted.
When did you see it?
She said she saw it.
What day?
The same day.
No, right, but, the same day as the wedding was your impression?
The same day.
If your friends are posting pictures and you haven't told your own daughter, don't you think it might get to her?
Yeah, but I was trying to enjoy the moment, and I was going to tell her. I said, look, I even told my wife, I said, we need to tell her. I said, before we leave, before we go to the airport, I should call her and tell her, that things have changed. But when she called me, and she was already upset.
Of course she was upset, because your miserable ex-wife called her and told her and created havoc. By the way, that's a bad move on your mother's part, because it couldn't possibly bring joy to your world. And your mother should not be trying to stab at him and get to you in the process, and you should not be a casualty of her desire to stab him. Go ahead.
So I was trying to be a good dad, but I mean, I had a child, and I don't think I was ready, but I'm trying to do the best.
Well, I don't think you were a good dad.
Well,
now, you have the right to cancel your wedding, and you have the right to spontaneously elope. The problem is there's a bunch of damage you did to her psychologically when you did that. Okay? So I hear you when you say I was trying to enjoy the moment, but even you knew, wow, there's one person I need to tell. So maybe you could have taken 5 minutes and moved to the side and called her and said, we eloped, but we're going to have a big party, and we want wonderful pictures in that dress, so I'll let you know when the party is. Don't you think that it would have been different for her to hear that from you, that she was important enough to find out you eloped first before it got published to the world? It was just one more act on your part of putting her on a shelf.
And I apologize for that. I mean, I did. Like I said, I'm a good person, Your Honor. I'm a good man. But sometimes, you may be
a very good man. You're kind of a crappy father.
We make mistakes.
I know you make mistakes, but you've been making a lot of them. And she is trying.
No.
She is trying. You had to know that this was a bad idea. She was geared up to be part of your wedding party. And then you cancel it, then you elope. You have the right to do all that. That's neither here nor there. But my God, you don't tell her about it, and then you expect there's not going to be a backlash. So she calls you and she tells you, so you got married anyway. And what do you say to her?
Well, I told her, look, baby, we're going to have a celebration afterward. You can still wear that dress, and I'm willing to work around her schedule so she can come and enjoy it and stuff like that. We can have it whenever she wants to. The bottom line, I want the whole family to enjoy it, not just her. But I want her in my life. Look, we were establishing a relationship already, and I thought it was going good, and I was feeling good about it. And yes, Your Honor, I did mess up and stuff. But like I said, I made a lot of mistakes before, and that's one that I regret. I wish I could jump in a time machine and go back and fix it, but I can't. So I'm trying to do the best now.
So what have you done since then to make it up to her? What efforts have you made to contact her?
I do call her. I apologize. She won't even take my call. She's not even talking to me now. And that's because of her mom. Her mom is probably jealous, of me because I got married first.
Ma'am?
Yeah, let me hear from you.
I'm an adult.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be because of my mom.
No.
If he wanted to be a good father to me at any point in my childhood or any time since I've been an adult, he could have been. And we've been taking this time, and I've been working on okay, maybe he's doing better. Maybe he's doing better. And then he does this thing that's the same thing he always did.
Ms. Fernandez, I am not in your shoes. I cannot possibly know what you have gone through throughout your life and coming to terms with your father. I think that you are wrong to feel slighted because someone eloped. Like, that's not, of all the things that you have to be mad at him for, that's not one of them. And when I see somebody overreact to something, I understand that it's really about something else. So you're mad, not because you really truly think people don't have a right to elope, but because he deprived you of the opportunity to be a witness at his wedding, which would have been a big thing for you, because it would show that you are family to him. And he flippantly erased that out of your life. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
People rarely react only on what is happening today. They react to what today's events represents based on previous experiences. Patterns carry more emotional weight than isolated incidents. One cancellation may be disappointing. Repeated disappointments can change how someone interprets future events. So once trust has been weakened, people often interpret ambiguous situations through the lens of previous experiences. The father may have been trying to protect the joy of his wedding trip, but the daughter interpreted the lack of communication as another example of not being important enough. Intent and interpretation often diverge. We judge ourselves by what we meant to do and others by how their actions affect us. Not everything is about us, but repeated experiences can make it feel that way. Sometimes people aren't asking to change the outcome, they're asking to be considered before the outcome happens. And being informed communicates significance, even when the answer can't change. Let's get back.
Let me just ask you, do you, as you sit here, I know you're angry and that's why you filed a lawsuit, do you want to have a relationship with your father, or are you just done?
I would love to have a relationship with my father, but I can't have a relationship with him where he's the only thing that matters. It's very important that he respects me as an adult.
If you had the choice to say anything to your father right now, turn around, look at him, and tell him how he made you feel. Never mind the case. I want you to tell him how he made you feel.
You've always loved yourself more than you love me.
That's not true, baby. That's not true.
You show me it.
Did he make an effort to reach out to you and you haven't wanted to talk to him?
Since the wedding, yes, ma'am.
What's it going to take? You know, because people make mistakes. I'm talking about what he did while you were growing up. I'm not talking about eloping. He has a perfect right to elope. You're having a strange reaction to it only because of all the baggage. So what's it going to take for you to forgive him? Time? Effort? Tell him, because he wants the game plan. He wants it. He wants to know.
Whatever you want, baby. Tell me. I promise in front of the judge that I'll do whatever you want me to do, because I do want a relationship with you. I do love you. I'm very proud of you. And I'm sorry I hurt you. I'm very sorry.
It does take time and effort. And it's really hard for me to trust you at all when you say you're going to do the right thing, because you always do the right thing for you. And I want to believe that's going to change, but I have to see it over.
Ms. Hernandez, let me just tell you a few things, though. You have to set the bar where the bar should be. And people deciding to elope is entirely up to them. Again, I think that you are judging that action as a personal affront to you, and it's really not. I don't think you're right about it being planned, but it doesn't even matter if it was planned. It's his life, and he can decide how he's going to get married. Have you talked to the wife since then, or no?
No.
Yeah.
She hasn't tried to call me either.
Right. You thought maybe she should?
I thought
okay.
She should.
Put that on the list of things. All right. I'm not going to order him to pay you your lost wages and time. That's just a bridge too far. I think far more specific to the missed wedding weekend opportunity is the $350 of the dress. I am going to order him to reimburse you the $350 of the dress. And that's what we call in the law compromise. Take a hint.
Yes.
Good luck, folks.
Thank
you. You can't repair a relationship if the other person doesn't know what success looks like. That's a bigger life principle than just this father and daughter. So What does rebuilding trust actually require? Trust isn't rebuilt through promise. It's rebuilt through repeated, consistent behavior over time. Apologies can open the door, but consistency is what restores confidence. People don't usually believe what you say after trust is broken, so they watch what you do. So if someone genuinely wants to repair a relationship, they need to know what repair looks like. Try harder isn't a measurable goal. Call me once a week, show up consistently, or keep your promises are behavior someone can actually work towards. Healthy boundaries are specific enough that both people know when progress is being made. And compromise isn't getting everything you want. It's recognizing that two people can both have valid interests and finding a solution that respects both. So the moral of the story, the strongest relationships aren't the ones that never experience disappointment. They're the ones where both people are willing to repair what's been damaged. Let's do better by making your actions as consistent as your intentions. Now, my final question for you. Did the judge get it right by making the father pay for the dress, but not her lost wages? Let me know why or why not. Put your answers in the comments. And as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you again soon.